We on? Oh, here we are. Hey guys, it's Elizabeth, Finding Elizabeth, and I'm here with Watch Patti Mel for The Naked Truth.
Hey everyone.
Say hi, Patti.
Hey.
I think I screwed up, and like if I click on Patti's face, then that means I have to click back and forth the whole rest of the time. So I'm sorry, I did it. I screwed up. So I haven't seen you guys in a really long time. I think it's been like 5 weeks since I've been on The Naked Truth. So I want to thank Jennifer for stepping in for me while I was gone. And we all had a really great time at WLSFA last week. Okay, I have to say I'm a little bit nervous because I'm a control freak and I'm on the hot seat and I don't know what all the questions are. So just want to put that out there first off. But jump into, hey, what are you doing here?
Oh my God! I thought I was just watching.
She's here for the slumber party.
Awesome. Okay, now I'm really scared. Hi, Kirk. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Oh,
I'm scared.
Your hair is on fleek today.
Mine or Patti's?
Yeah, yours.
Oh, thanks.
Look
Now I
at
have
it.
to click. Now I have to click on you too. I thought it was going to be easy if I just had to click on Patti. But hey, you look cute.
Oh, thank you.
So I have to say, I went out with Jamie on Friday night.
Which Jamie?
Jamie, Lash,
a lot of them.
Lash, Jamie.
Oh, our Jamie from Southern California.
Yeah, that Jamie. And I had way too much to drink.
No, shut up. What?
And I spent all day yesterday in bed recovering, so I'm actually not at 100%. So you guys have to take it easy on me,
No.
okay?
No. Mm-mm.
Not gonna happen.
Yeah, you knew this was coming.
Okay. All right. Well, let me get community celebrations done so then we can get this over with. Okay. So we have Melissa Reed celebrated her 2-year surgiversary. Happy surgiversary, Mama Mia. And she did a video, which was awesome. She's back doing videos. Dazzle VSG, who I don't know if you guys know her. She's fairly new. Do you guys know her?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't.
She just got her surgery date. It's June 21st, so congratulations to her. Lovely Lauren Losing is having her plastic surgery this week on Thursday, so she can be even more gorgeous than she already is.
Impossible.
Right? That's exactly what I said. It's not even remotely possible. And she's at her lowest adult weight ever at 126 pounds, which is crazy.
That's because she spent last weekend with us.
And was on a liquid diet like all the rest of us.
Yeah. Protein first. Protein first.
That's right. Okay, Christine, Teeny Tiny Tummy, did 2 5Ks back-to-back last weekend at WLSFA. Dennis Vinay's husband, Jay, is having his VSG on Tuesday, May 24th.
Oh.
So congratulations to him. Shell Bell VSG also had her 2-year surgiversary this week. Rain Hampton is celebrating 34 years of marriage, which is kind of crazy because she doesn't look old enough to be celebrating 34 years of marriage.
Clearly, she was a child bride.
She must have been 10 when she got married.
Yeah.
And they're going on a cruise to Alaska?
She's on it right now.
Oh, she is? Okay.
Yeah, I saw a picture with her feet up and a glass of like champagne on her balcony overlooking the water. Yeah, and it looks like she was going through maybe the Straits of Juan de Fuca or whatever here, like you know how you leave Seattle and as you're heading up to Canada. It was so pretty.
That's beautiful.
Awesome. Well, I told her this. I didn't tell you this, Patti, but I told her this at WLSFA, that you and she look the best in bikinis of anybody I've seen post-weight loss surgery.
Clearly, you haven't seen me in one.
That's true. That's true.
I've only been on for like 4 minutes and you've already dissed me.
I'm sorry. Are you wearing a bikini under your shirt?
I was going to say, go get it on.
Go change.
No, but Patti knows what I'm wearing right now, though.
Oh, now I'm really afraid. Beautiful Alicia also has plastic surgery this week. Her booby lift is on Wednesday.
Is that the technical term?
I guess that's what she's. I think it's like, what is it, like a massa, plexa, ploxa, something. Connie Bailey had her 5-year surgiversary on March 23rd.
Nice.
So congratulations to her. This is all about the Pacific Northwest people. Christina VSG Schultz has her 3-year surgiversary on May 27th.
Nice.
And Lori Seahorse is celebrating her 2-year surgiversary.
Wait, why is that so funny?
It's funny because it's funny because when she was in Chicago, she wasn't on Facebook and she wasn't on Tinder, and I need to get everybody hooked up on Tinder because that's I'm like the Tinder poster child.
Is that what all the kids are using?
No, well, I'm recommending it to the old people.
Oh.
So I helped her set up a Facebook profile, and
nice.
Her name is Lori Seahorse for Lori Seahorse.
Gotcha.
So, anyway.
All right.
Anyway, so if you guys, I know Patti probably has a bunch of questions that are going to scare me, and you can.
As does Kirk.
Oh Lord. Oh God. Okay. And then we also have the Q&A up, which you just have to click on Join the Conversation, and you can list your questions there. I know Patty's not stupid enough to give her cell phone number out to all the internet, but I have in the past and will continue to do so. So if you have questions for me, if they're ones I want to answer, I'll forward them on to Patty. But my cell phone is 714-625-5663. And
okay.
I said yesterday after going out with Jamie I wasn't going to drink ever again, but I thought I needed one for this show. So.
Now you probably are wishing you had done like a shot or two beforehand.
Beforehand, totally.
Well,
okay, Patti, am I turning it over to you?
Yeah. So, hey, Liz, thanks for being open to doing this. I know you always are good to contribute throughout the weeks and so forth. Good to finally have you in the raw. And a couple of things. We have people sent a lot of great comments in. I'll wait to share most of those at the end of the show. But for me personally, I just want to say to you that if people don't know how Liz and I know, which they probably do, but just a little background, we met through our Kaiser program, and she pretty much had me at hello. I saw her the first class, and she was so intelligent and contributing. I don't think I had her until we were on this walk, and I told her that I was a Jimmy Craig Center director at one point. She died laughing, and we became fast friends. So it was hilarious. We've seen each other through so many things life-wise. I mean, I just remember I was going back today thinking, and all this stuff just kind of puts it in retrospect. And when you got your car because you felt like you finally deserved it.
Wait, I told you not to make me cry, and you're going to do it like right away?
I'm going to keep it short. I'm going to keep it short. But the other thing I remember, and I don't know if you remember this, but remember when you were negotiating your contract and we had your work contract, this was way back, and we had a really long conversation about just how you could go about, getting the things you wanted from your new work contract. And I remember you calling that day and just going, I got everything I wanted. And it was during the process of just the weight melting off and this beautiful butterfly coming out. And I won't go too much deeper than that, but I just want to tell you I love you dearly, and I'm so fortunate to have somebody who is always looking out for me and who sees beyond the outer and looks to the inner and accepts me. So.
Oh, right back at you. And I told Patti this privately at WLSFA. I have changed so completely. And this was like after Sarah Waffle's talk and talking about I didn't have surgery to stay the same. And not everybody has changed as drastically in their life as I feel like I have. But I truly feel that if it weren't for Patti, many, many of those changes wouldn't have happened. That I lost weight because I had weight loss surgery, but it's Patti's friendship and her introducing me to this community and the friendships and relationships that I've made that have really been the majority of what that change is about. So right back at you, sweetie.
She's your person.
She is my person.
Oh, so cute.
Ride or die. Totally.
So, okay. I remember meeting the two of you and trying to get in the middle of that person.
Can you believe those pictures that I posted on Facebook from that time?
It seems like a long time ago, but not that far long ago, but it's like it's so weird. It's like a time. It is like a time warp, you know, when they're talking about time hop or whatever on Facebook. But it's just like it doesn't seem like that long ago that I met you guys. And then looking at the pictures then and then now, it's like just weird.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's really weird.
It is.
In a good way, of course, but it's just still weird.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, shall we get into some of these questions, and then Kirk, you feel free to interject because I know how you're good at doing that.
Are we ready for this?
Lizzie, are you ready?
Yeah, go for it. I guess.
This is a good sport.
I'm going to start with some of the questions that we received. Minnie Me in Tennessee asked, we often say we make videos in order to watch our progress. In looking back at the beginning of Liz's journey, you can see the incredible transformation in her weight and her appearance. I would like to know her thoughts on that.
I very rarely watch my videos back because it makes me uncomfortable. But I have made myself recently do it. I think I did it right around my 2-year surgiversary. I watched back my very first video. And also the video that I have that's been watched the most is one I did called The Cost of Being Super Morbidly Obese. And yeah, I mean, it's just, I feel like I'm 150% different than I was then. I look back at that first video and was so hesitating and shy, and you know, now I make all kinds of cool videos. Not just for you guys.
What made you go back to watch them? Were you looking for like re-inspiration? Did you need a reminder of where you started? Like what prompted or provoked you going back?
I think going back to the first one was just, I think sometimes, and I realized this at WLSFA when I was sitting in on the young people's panel that Bobby did, is you start to forget all the things that have changed in your life, and I can't say everybody does, but I start to get a little less appreciative and a little cynical about things now, and so I wanted to go back and be reminded of where I was then.
Yeah.
And so that's one of the reasons, just to remind myself of how huge the difference is, because you forget. I mean, I forget that I couldn't walk a block, you know, without being tired. And so, yeah, around my 2-year surgiversary, I just went back to watch it because of that, just to be kind of reminded of where I came from, and to not to take any of this for granted, because it's such an amazing gift.
And that's one of the advantages to making videos, right, is that you can go back and sort of see where you were at that time and have that reminder. So
yeah,
that's great.
Such a nice gift.
Yeah. Should I ask the next question?
Sure.
Because I'm like, I got my thing over here with all the official questions.
He's organized.
Oh, you guys are so organized.
Yeah, well, you know, look who we're interviewing today. We have to be. So Lynn Throw asks, is that her name? Lynn Throw asks?
Sal.
Or is that Lynn?
I think it's Sal.
Sal? Oh.
She's Patty's
Sorry.
mini-me.
Oh. Sarah Waffle made a statement that has stayed with her since WLSFA. She said that you didn't have weight loss surgery to stay the same. And you kind of answered this a little bit, but in what areas of your life do you feel like you've changed the most since surgery? If you just had to pick one.
Okay, honestly, if I had to pick one, it would be opening myself up to being loved and loving other people, because I was so incredibly isolated for so many years. It was just like me and my kid, and that was it. And I would have never imagined how much love that I have in my life. And that's other people, but it's also me allowing that to come into my life.
And is that part of the Tinder?
Yeah, I mean, it's part of the Tinder too. I mean, luckily
putting yourself out there to perhaps make a connection.
Yeah, and I mean, I was fortunate that I met someone that I connected with pretty quickly in that process. But yeah, I have never had I've been married. I've never had a relationship where I feel as open and loving as I do in this relationship.
Is that the gentleman that you take the creepy sleeping pictures of?
Yes. Yeah, totally. No, that's some just homeless guy who was outside. I thought I'd invite him in and take creepy pictures of him.
Nice. Oh, there would be no judgment for me on that. I mean, if I had $1 for every time I did that.
He just looks so cute that I had to take it's only one sleeping picture of him.
Okay. No, well, you inspired me, though, with the sleeping pictures, because I was taking them of Katie last weekend and Lindsay on the plane. So you are a trendsetter. You are a
I am,
trendsetter.
I guess.
Speaking of Lindsay.
Yeah. So Lindsay says you are so good at staying up on newbies and up and comers, and I admire your ability to do that. How do you find the bandwidth? And P.S. She loves you.
Oh, I love her too. I don't feel like I find as much bandwidth to do it as I used to. I subscribe to everybody who subscribes to me. I don't always watch every video, but there's usually, I mean, in every like kind of class, there's some people who kind of stick out and who have really engaging and entertaining videos. So I tend to get a couple of new people in every sort of new generation that I'll follow pretty closely. Mm-hmm. And also people who comment on my videos, I tend to, really try to engage and watch their videos as well. So that's really how I stay involved.
I saw something like I got sucked into the wormhole that is YouTube, where it was like click on this video and then somebody watch this video, somebody watch this video, and I ran across a video. I think her name is Precious.
Precious.
She was she was at WSFA.
Yeah, and she had made a video about veterans not responding or her reaching out to folks and them, quote, for lack of a better term, she was very direct, saying they were being fake. And I noticed that both you and Patti had responded, and she had gotten a lot of, thousands of views on that particular video or whatever. And this topic comes up pretty frequently, so really kudos to you guys for being able to stay up on those things and respond. Because I think we've talked about it, we meaning just some of the other people who've been around for a while, and it's like the last thing in the world that anybody wants to do is not make somebody feel included or heard or whatever. But at a certain point, there's how do you give that much of yourself and then have enough of yourself left over to continue to focus on your journey and stuff? So that was nice, but I was just like, oh my gosh, if there's people out there who actually think that they're being intentionally ignored, it's just like, I don't know anybody who would intentionally ignore anybody.
Yeah. Not in this community. Not in this
community. I don't either. And Tanya's another one who, she's way better than Tanya responds to every single message that she gets, and she's almost 4 years out now. Yeah. Which is amazing, and I try to do the best that I can, but it gets, it gets harder every month. It gets harder when you have more people subscribing and more people commenting and more people emailing you. But know that I read every comment, and if I didn't respond to you, I probably will eventually on a day that I'm at home and can just do comments.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, so, oh gosh, I'm getting all the really weird long names. Okay, so Keto Kelly, just get her done.
Okay, get her done.
All right.
And I watch Kelly's videos. I know Kelly. Yeah.
All right, good. I have always been the fat friend. Since losing weight, I find that what I thought were longtime close friends aren't exactly the friends I thought they were. Have you experienced any of this?
Mm. No, I haven't really experienced too much of it because, like I said, I didn't have a whole lot of friends before. So most of my friends
you were recluse. You were.
Yeah, because I was. But here's the thing that I have realized. And I do have friends and people who I've been connected to for a long time. I just, they stuck by me even when they always asked me to do stuff and I wouldn't do it. But what I have realized is that sometimes I need to tone it down a little bit on how fucking happy I am. Because that can be a little annoying to people who are like my age who haven't changed their whole life, and you're just all unicorns and butterflies and how wonderful life is, and they're not. And sometimes I can tell when that's annoying the shit out of people.
Really?
Yeah.
The things that we're at normally are pretty festive and upbeat, so it doesn't seem.
Well, yeah, not within the weight loss surgery community, but I'm just talking about my friends who aren't part of that community. It's like, okay, we know your life is wonderful now. All right, can I talk about my divorce and my cancer scare? And I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, but no friends who have because I didn't do that much before.
Yeah, and if they're like that, they're not your friends to begin with.
Yeah.
So who
So
cares?
hey, I just got a message from Christy Collins, and she said that people aren't allowed to, or aren't being able to comment. I don't know if you're getting any comments, Liz. Can you see?
Are you? I don't know if you can comment on the videos. Usually can't, but there's a Q&A thing where if it says join the conversation. You click on that, and it'll show up in a little chat box. But I usually see some of those, and I'm not seeing them, so maybe it's not working. But if you want, you can text me 714-625-5663.
You can text Liz if you want her to censor the question.
Yeah, exactly.
If you don't want the question censored, you can message either Patty or I on Facebook.
On Facebook,
private message us on Facebook.
Somebody just commented on the chat, so it is working.
Okay. Okay, good. Well,
thanks, Al. It is working, so you just have to click on join the conversation, and Al tested it, and it's working.
Okay. Well, Christy Collins says, Liz, you look absolutely beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So, hey, this is a good one from Sarah Robeson. She wants to know.
Oh, no.
Who really is your best friend? Any new best friends you would like to give a shout out to?
And then it says, but seriously.
Kirk. Kirk is my new BFF.
Oh, gosh. She's always saying that. She's saying that, so I'll just, go easy on her tonight. Oh, no,
yeah,
no.
I mean, this is my thing. My new hashtag is #BFF4 because I like to have all these best friends, and it's fine if they have other friends, but they have to like me more. So that's my rule. So that's Patty, Amy, Sarah, Lindsay, everybody. They can have other friends, but they have to like me more.
And she's very honest and open about saying that. Every time, if she thinks you're getting relatively close to somebody within the little pod of people, she's like, you still need to like me more.
Yeah. It's like the hair on the back of her head gets up, and she's like, oh.
It does.
Hey, at least honest.
Yeah, Sarah and Patty went to do something, and they were gone from the room too long at WLSFA, and I was like, wait, what are you guys doing without me? You better get your asses back here.
Oh my gosh. So, but the typical WLS response would have been, "I'm my new best friend."
Yeah, no.
All right. That's not going to be it.
No.
All right. Jody Kelly wants to know, who are your favorite YouTubers that you watch?
Well, a lot of my favorite YouTubers from when I first started watching videos don't make videos anymore.
Back in the day.
From back in the day. I think my top, some of my top ones were on my panels at WLSFA. Sarah Spano, Less of Sarah, was one of the first people who I binge watched because she was at a higher weight like I was. I was 400 pounds. When I started, she was over 400 pounds. And she made videos, really introspective, thoughtful videos for a long time. And that was helpful to me as I got past the basic mechanics of weight loss surgery and started dealing with more of the emotional pieces.
Yeah.
I would go back and watch her videos. From the same time I was at. So Patty, of course, Kirk, Phil, Tanya, Lauren, Lindsay. Of the Amy, when she makes videos, Amy gets a VSG. Love Sarah Robeson. I would have never gone to meet her if I hadn't watched her videos and seen how lovely she was. Let's throw out some new people so people can know some new people. Aubrey in Wonderland, I like a lot. SJ's Journey, who, I don't know, I think maybe she's a nanny for some rich Saudi Arabian person. But 2 Facebook posts have been in the last week that her employer called her to let her know a prince had spent the night, so she needed to dress appropriately.
Oh.
And today I think she posted that her employer just gave her a huge wad of cash and said go shopping. So I like to follow her life a lot.
So she's either a nanny or a hooker.
No, I don't either.
Right? Or, well, in the OC, that could be one and the same.
Potentially.
Potentially. Allegedly.
So, I mean, Sarah Nerd in Oregon, of course. I just wish a lot of those people would make more videos because it's tough when you're further out. You want to see people who are experiencing the same things that you are. And although it's great to watch, I want to watch and support the people who are newer, there's sometimes, unless they're really entertaining, there's less stuff I'm going to directly relate to in their videos.
Yeah.
Okay, Amy gets a VSG. She's now Amy gets a 360.
I saw that.
My question for Liz. She is outgoing, chatty, and demands that everyone be her best friend. It is hard to reconcile that with the idea that she was 400 pounds and spent a lot of her time on a couch and avoiding social interaction. Does she think her personality has changed as a result of weight loss surgery, and how does she think her non-weight loss surgery friends would describe her personality before and after weight loss?
Oh, that's an interesting question. So do I think my personality has changed? Yeah, hugely. It's funny, my friends who are not weight loss surgery friends say that I'm really the same, only a little like intensify. I mean, I'm just a little bit more of what I used to be. And they also look at, I mean, like many people say, they look at my before pictures and say, I don't remember you like that. And they say I was always outgoing or whatever, but I never felt it like this. But it's funny, I was having a conversation with my dad about it. And he said what I truly believe is, he goes, this is who you always were. It was, I mean, you had just pushed it down underneath all of that weight.
Very cool.
So.
Nice. Oh, God. Oh, I get this question?
Wait, real quick, let me do one that came in on the chat.
Okay, yeah.
So,
I need to prepare myself for this one.
Uh-oh. Okay, so VSG Brit Rat tested it out and said it's working, and she said she wanted to know if I was going to be in Oregon. And yes, absolutely, I'll be in Oregon.
You are going to be in Oregon.
Yes, definitely.
Oregon will be in you.
That's right.
Well, I mean, not in you, but like the spirit of Oregon will be in you.
Exactly. Yes, we will definitely be there.
All right.
Right, Patty? I'm speaking for you, too. So.
Yeah.
Of course.
All right, are you ready? Jody Kelly.
Yes. Oh, Lord, I saw this one. You got all the heart. You got all the...
I love it, though. You know me. It's like... All right, here we go. Sex with loose skin.
Yes.
Uncomfortable, not noticeable, loud.
Do I have to pick one of those, or can I tell a little story?
I don't think that's like a shag, marry, die
choice
question, so I think you have to answer all three.
Oh, okay. So,
A, do you have sex with loose skin? Maybe.
Yes.
Is it uncomfortable?
No.
And is it noticeable? Let's hope it's noticeable. Oh, the skin is noticeable, not the sex.
I mean, I'm sure it is noticeable. I mean, here's my thing about, so,
I'm all ears.
Okay, so the guy that I'm dating now, when I met him, I had not been worried about it before. I had met a few other people, and I just didn't care because I wasn't that invested. I mean, I wasn't that invested. I didn't really care. It was more like getting my feet wet, put it that way.
That's what was wet?
Yeah, well, when I met him...
You're doing something wrong, girlfriend, and even I know that.
So when I met Brian, he lived in San Diego. I live in Orange County. We were about 90 miles apart, so it was a little while before I actually met him in person. But we had gotten pretty connected, talking beforehand. And so I can, as many of you know, I can take a good selfie. So looks way better than what I actually look like in person.
Liz pose.
We're going to come
back to that one.
So I felt, before I was going to go up and meet him for the first time, I felt that I needed to tell him that, I had lost a lot of weight, and that I looked like, even though I worked out a lot, I looked like somebody who had lost a lot of weight, and that I was taking that I knew how to take good pictures. And, and I was terrified when I sent that text, because I was like, okay, he's going to like totally diss me. And I mean, he didn't care at all. He goes, I don't care about that at all. And he always gave me that feeling that he didn't care about that. So I really honestly don't even think about it. It hasn't been an issue. And I feel very fortunate for that, because I know that hasn't been everybody's experience.
Yeah.
But I mean, yes, I want plastic surgery. Yes, I would like to look better, but it really has not been, it hasn't been an issue for me. He's made me feel like it isn't an issue, so.
She wants to know if it's loud, or if you're loud.
I'm loud, but not my loose skin. I mean, I'm very vocal.
Nice.
But I don't know that my loose skin is loud, that I've noticed. I don't know.
Mine can be.
I guess, I mean.
Not in a bad way. I'm sorry, not sorry.
Patty? Oh, you don't have any loose skin anymore. I forgot.
Yeah, hers is in a biohazard bag somewhere in like a dump in Pacoima at this point. Well, it's being auctioned off for as the next WSFA fundraiser. Have a little piece of Patti, because I would totally buy that. By the way, just saying, Laura, take note. Yeah. Sorry.
We have another chat question. I'll do that one if you guys don't care. Is that okay? So it's from Indira BSG. She asked if I've had any plastics, and if not, will I have any? No, I haven't had any plastics. Maybe I'll have some. When I see Patti and Gracie, and I'm sure Lauren and Amy and everybody else who's getting their plastic surgery, it makes me want to do it. But honestly, I'm a little afraid. I don't do well with surgery. The first time I had laparoscopic surgery, I had my gallbladder out. I ended in ICU for 3 weeks in kidney failure. I was really sick after my VSG, so honestly, it scares the crap out of me. I would like to have it, but I'm not totally sure that I will.
I totally get that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So SJ comes in and she says, what are good habits that you've adopted due to weight loss surgery that you never thought you'd do? And what are the bad habits you've continued that you never thought you'd do again?
Well, so much of my life are things that I do that I never did before, like protein first, like hardly ever eating any carbs. Like when I go to the grocery store, I pretty much am around the outer aisles, which is like produce, meat, dairy, everything. The way my eating habits, I'm not perfect for sure, but the way my eating habits and my just my natural instinct towards food has changed in a way that I never in a million years thought would have happened. And if you would have asked me this 6 weeks ago, I would have said my commitment to physical fitness. I have not been working out the way I was in the past because my trainer had a glitch with his gym, and so I can't train there. That's not the only reason. And I also moved and was traveling and didn't want to go. But I just joined the gym here and hope to reincorporate that. But so many, pretty much all my habits related to eating and physical activity, I will park my car as far away as I can from someplace. I will walk up the stairs. Stuff like that I never would have thought I would have ever done. And what was the other one? Bad habits that I've kept?
Yeah, or that you reintroduced.
Or reintroduced?
Well, either.
Well, drinking is a bad habit that I have now, but I actually didn't have that. I didn't really drink before I had surgery. That's kind of a bad habit. I will, I was going to say I'll occasionally eat fast food, but it's not even the fast food that I ate before. I used to live off fast food. I would have breakfast, lunch, and dinner fast food. Now if I do fast food, it's generally the worst thing would be like a Taco Bell bean burrito or something. I wouldn't do McDonald's. I've done McDonald's twice since I've had surgery.
Yeah. Do you think the drinking aspect is just because maybe you're a little bit more social, or you're out in those situations? Or do you think it's the pink elephant in the room?
I think it's the pink elephant a little bit for me. I'll be honest. It is that I'm more social, but Lindsay pointed something out to me because I really did not start drinking until I went to Portland to see her in September.
So it's all her fault?
No, but see, no. But what she pointed out, because I was like, really? Was it? Because I went to Portland and we went wine tasting? That wasn't that big of a deal. But that she pointed out to me that was also the time, that was right when I started dating, was in September, and I think that just brought up some vulnerability, emotional stuff for me, and then it's just sort of kind of continued.
Well, there you go.
Thank
you for an honest answer.
Can I skip down to one real quick, Kirk?
Yeah.
It plays off of that. SJ also wants to know what do you drink with a shit ton of ice in every update video? Inquiring minds want to know.
Is it this? Okay, guess. I'm going to say it's iced tea, but it's not. What do you guys think it is? You know what it is.
Is it like rum and diet?
It's bourbon and diet.
Oh.
So.
When she told me she drinks bourbon, I'm like, bourbon?
Everybody makes fun of me for drinking bourbon. I don't know why.
I don't know.
Kind of fancy. It's fancy.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. We have a couple more questions on the Q&A thing.
I just think of big red leather booth at I don't know, mafioso bar or something.
Sorry, I like it. Everybody makes fun of me for drinking it. I don't care.
I
Okay.
totally make fun of you for other reasons, but not what you're drinking.
Okay, what do you make fun of me for?
I'm like, that girl is on the ground again. What is she doing taking a picture of herself on the ground again?
I've stopped doing that. Planks are so 2015.
And no, that's what I was going to ask you earlier about Liz Pose. So you did the planks and then Liz Pose. What can we look forward to in 2016, 2017?
Handstands.
Oh.
Holy shit. Like, I'm going to be able to do a freaking handstand.
You totally could.
In a kilt?
Well, I don't know. Do you wear underwear under your kilt?
We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. But
No
yeah,
comment.
handstands. So it's going to be Liz handstands.
Yeah, we did it in Chicago. I don't know. I think because I was sick at WLSFA, that's why I didn't do it at WLSFA.
You were?
Yeah, I was sick the whole time.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry. You didn't seem sick. You seemed fine. No, you seem fine.
Yeah, I was trying to, but I was sick. I had fun, but I had to, that's why I only went out one night because I just didn't really feel that good.
The struggle was real for you.
It
that
was.
Weekend. Gotcha.
So let's do a question on here from Adam Bender. He says, do you have issues with body dysmorphia? If so, how do you handle that? I think I had more body dysmorphia before surgery because I thought I wasn't that fat. I would look at myself and think, oh, you look fine. And now I look back at those pictures and I'm like, oh, yeah, so don't look fine. But now, I've never been somebody who's had the problem of like not recognizing the person I see in the mirror. I feel like I look pretty good. So.
Well, okay, so can I say something about that?
Yeah.
And it's going to tie into like the question that I had submitted prior to me knowing that I was going to be surprised co-host here. So I don't know if you really believe that you look as good as you look. And I'm going to, okay, because I've noticed this several times, and I hope this doesn't embarrass you or Patti, but I've noticed this several times, especially when we're in a group or when I've seen you with Patti or whatever, you will really downplay your accomplishments and how good you look because you'll say something like, oh, but I don't look anything like Patti. Or, well, I don't look as good as Patti. And you're being serious. Like, you're not being like, oh, it's kind of like serious, jokey, but you've said it enough times to where I'm just like,
okay, now you are going to make me cry. Because...
Yeah, so answer that.
So I'll answer that. Okay, so...
I'm going to go get a drink.
But I feel that way when I'm often not... I do not feel that way when I'm around weight loss surgery people for the most part.
Yeah.
So I feel more confident about how I look when I'm not around weight loss surgery people. Because I feel... and part of me still feels like, compared to Patti, that I'm not the fat friend, but it's like you're still not like, I don't know. She's like so gorgeous. It's like a little hard to be.
But don't do that because you know what that plays into? All of this stuff that we see in weight loss surgery and then outside of weight loss surgery where people are comparing themselves to other people and judging themselves against other people, judging their journeys against other people's journeys. Who's losing weight faster than, so-and-so. And that is just a mind F. I said F because I know there's 80-year-old ladies watching this show. But that is something that needs to really, really, really stop. And you need to stop that right now because it's annoying. And it's annoying from a place of love because we care about you not perpetuating that on yourself or anybody else. So when you catch yourself wanting to make that comparison, stop that tape right then and there. Appreciate Patti's journey, appreciate Lauren's journey, appreciate whoever, Precious's journey, my journey, whatever. But most of all, appreciate your journey and never, never downplay that or discount that because you ultimately had to do all of the work to get where you are today. It had nothing to do with anybody else. There you go.
Well, that was the Barbara Wawa moment. No, and I had a realization that I told Patti about also this time, which is a lot of times, and I hope you don't mind me saying this, Patti.
No.
You know what I'm going to say? Are you okay with it?
She's like, at this point.
He's like, this is everything that makes me the most uncomfortable.
That's why I'm here today to help facilitate
But
this.
no, I appreciate you saying that, Kirk, because I think I needed to hear that. Because I realized, too, when I came back, it's like, wow, why do I feel so hot now and I didn't when I was there?
Yeah.
You know? And, but I realized something about Patti this time. As well as I know her and as long as I've known her, I still was in my head thinking, well, everything's perfect for Patti because she looks so gorgeous. And my realization on this trip and us getting to spend this time together was Patti has the same stuff going on in her head that all of us do as formerly, you know, obese people. And I need to be more aware and conscious of that too.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're right. And I met you guys at the same time, and I thought you were equally fabulous, as I still do. Like, I thought you were both of you were just the funnest ladies to run across, you know, at the event. And so, but I've noticed that a few times. I'm like, why is she doing that? Like, that's just so not Liz-like compared to like what you're saying to people. So I want you just to take in a little bit of what you're telling other people in terms of loving themselves, being who they are meant to be or whatever. But when you catch yourself doing that, if you don't stop you, I'm going to stop you. And I'm going to go, girl. So what's the safe word? What can I say around you?
Well, my safe word is oatmeal, but that's about something else.
Oh, gotcha.
No, but sorry, Brian.
Oh, but if we're at OH in Anaheim, the code word. Okay, so if I catch you doing that at any point, you're giving me permission right now on live YouTube to do a very OC Housewives moment and just be like, and then like throw white wine at you. Like I'm gonna throw white wine at you. I promise not to throw the glass because I don't want you to chip your tooth or anything like that. But I have full permission. If I catch you downplaying your accomplishments or comparing yourself to anybody else, I get to throw white wine in your face.
Okay.
Are we all in agreement on that?
We're all in agreement. And I really do appreciate you saying that because I needed to hear that from somebody else.
Without a vagina.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know I'm the endless supply for you ladies. Like, did you guys see the one post from somebody? Oh gosh, this was like so funny. Totally tangent, but the one lady who wrote a really nice long post about her experience at WLSFA and the one thing she had to say about me. And then when I met Kirk, the very first thing he said to me was, "Girl, your boobs look amazing."
Terry, yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, people are gonna think I'm the person that's like scaring everybody at WLSFA. And it's like, no. I just meant just as a like, oh wow, shit. Oh, I mean,
and Terry
shoot.
does have beautiful tatas.
They were metallic. They were catching the light perfectly. I mean, it was a moment I won't forget.
You're always good to make those compliments, Kirk, but we know you're safe, so it's all good.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Where did we leave off? All right, you got to bring us back in, girl.
All right, you got
That's on track.
So, Dazzle VSG, have you been to both WSFA and OH, which we know you have in the past? And if so, she's wondering how they compare to each other and if there's one you would recommend over the other.
I say go to as many meet and greets as you can. I mean, the difference, the first OH and the first WLSFA I went to, I would have said there was more people at OH but fewer YouTubers, and at WLSFA there were more YouTubers. But the second OH that I went to in North Carolina, it was a much smaller group, I think just because of where it was. And so we had a big group of YouTubers there too. I think they're both great events because it's as much about spending time with people as it is about the actual event. So I would say go to as many as often as you can.
What would you say, Patti?
I think I really loved WLSFA this year. I think a lot of times it's actually location driven, where people want to convene. And it's also the hype that, I look forward to seeing people. So wherever everyone's going to be, that's where I'm going to gravitate to. But what I loved about WLSFA this year was the content was also really great, which they've stepped up the game quite a bit on that. So But I think, I'm looking forward to OH as well. I don't know how many people are going to be there in comparison to, WSFA. Kirk, I just can't wait for your surprises. You've been alluding to things that make me excited.
I know. I'm like so if somebody
You're the meet and greet whisperer.
Yes, if someone were to ask me that question, so let's just pretend they did.
We're asking you that question.
Okay. That would be like Sophie's Choice for me. That would be literally like asking me which child to kill. So
you didn't come to North Carolina, though.
I did, because of the location. And the location was a little tough because it's not a major hub, so it was very cost prohibitive.
It was very expensive.
So it was just like, it was like that, or go hang out with my friends in New Orleans, my WSF friends in New Orleans. So I picked New Orleans. But let me tell you, so OH, my favorite parts of OH by far are the social aspects of it, like with the fashion show, because they usually incorporate a fashion show each year?
Yes.
Yeah, but I got very uptight at the North Carolina fashion show.
Well, why?
Because I had submitted all my stuff and they didn't put me on the list, and I was very pissed off. But anyway.
Well, I'm sure it wasn't intentional, because like sometimes they incorporate people who weren't even registered.
That's what they did. Like people who weren't even registered for the conference got in.
It's like, here's my before and after on my flash drive. Here we go. But the fashion shows are great because I'm one of those promoter supporter people, right? So I'm the person in the audience seeing the 400 or 500 pound person revealing their new 180 pound self on the runway in clothes that they bought off the rack, and I'm the one in the back who's like sobbing, like, oh my god, they're so happy. So I love the fashion show, and I would never do it, by the way. And then I like they usually have some kind of theme party, so like one year, because it was close to Halloween, it was costumes, so that was the first year that I went to any kind of meet and greet, and I was one of the Spice Girls, so not only was I going to my first meet and greet, but I like had to go to Target and find a leopard print dress immediately and throw a wig on, so that was kind of special. And then the year that they didn't have the costume contest, they had the luau. So you say there's a luau or there's a costume thing, and I'm like totally there. So for the social aspects of OH, I love it. From the sort of organized education convention, large, of course, like you mentioned, the presence of YouTubers, WSFA by far is like it is the mother of all meet and greets, and you guys don't even have an idea what 2017 is going to be like. It is already too much. I can't give any spoilers away, but I'm just saying right now, start making your plans or blocking it off on your calendar, because the committee that is working on sanctioned and unsanctioned events consists of me, the Waffles, Lindsay Fly, the Mahonies. I almost said Mahornies. Mahonies. It's like we are so thrilled to have people coming up to the Pacific Northwest that we want to make it like we want to blow every other meet and greet out of the water. So any WSFA that's happened in the past will be history. Like this one is going to be, and it's going to be in downtown Portland. This is like not on the outskirts, not at an airport hotel, not someplace where you can't do anything or go anywhere in between sessions or whatever. This is going to be in downtown Portland where there is a lot of stuff to do, and we are keeping it weird. So that's all I'm going to say for right now. But
So how much time should we block off? I'm thinking a month, it's sounding like.
Well, that's the thing. So some of the things that may happen as a result of this is there may be pre-event, non-sanctioned, and sanctioned fundraisers prior to the actual official start of the event. And I'm really considering at this point perhaps taking a very small group of people and giving them the Seattle experience as a fundraiser, where I'll take a group of folks back up here for a few days and expose them to all things Seattle. And then there's a really, really small part of me that still wants to keep this door open, but I wouldn't be opposed to perhaps organizing an Alaskan cruise post-event.
Wow.
If there's enough interest. So
Yeah, I've already been on one. It was the best thing ever.
Ah, yeah. So it's going to be the best. It's going to be great. But not to say, I am going to be at OH, and I'm going to turn it up. Let me tell you, OH is going to be a blast. It's going to be so much fun. I think Jamie's going to be there already. She's committed. Melissa's coming from Eastern Washington. So if you get a chance to go to OH and it's in Anaheim, you have to go. It's just great location. Southern California, close to Disneyland. You get to meet these two beautiful ladies.
Close to Patty and I, we will absolutely be there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Perhaps you guys can do something to do a little pre-event, post-event.
Put the pressure on, my goodness.
Well, I think we should do a slumber party, like the.
Oh, that would be dangerous, but so much fun.
Okay.
Well, I hear you have a suite, Kirk.
I do, and I'm trying to fill it. It's like, oh gosh, because the choices that were left at this point were like king room, handy, capable king room, or suite that sleeps 8. I'm like, well, I'm not one of those people that just usually just gets a room by myself.
Well, Patty and I might need a place to. I don't think we're going to stay there, but we might need a place to hang out during the day, so maybe we can pitch it.
There's going to be plenty of room because it's one of the bigger, nicer ones for sure.
Yeah, and we need to talk on that list because I've had a few people reach out, so we'll have a sidebar.
Sidebar. Sorry to get off track, but their question, go to, like Liz said, go to them all.
Yeah, go to as many as you can. And I had actually decided before this WLSFA that I was kind of done with the bigger meet and greets because I like the smaller ones better, but this totally turned me around from that.
Yeah, you need to come. I would love to go to the Atlanta City one, the one that there's a little bit of promotion for.
Atlantic City in New Jersey.
Yeah, I would like to do that, but I don't know. It's hard to get over there.
Yeah.
But that'd be kind of fun. If we just kind of surprised visited.
Absolutely.
Bring a little bit of the West Coast to the
East.
East.
3 weeks, though, right?
Well, let's do it. We have credit cards. We're grown adults.
Hopefully I'm going to be in New Hampshire then.
New Hampshire. Well, you're going to be already over there, like in the East at least.
Yeah.
All right, it'll just be Patty and I then.
So how many more questions do we have? Because we have a couple on.
We have a couple more. So Christine.
And we've got a couple more on the chat too.
We've already been authorized to go overtime.
Yes.
By the way.
Okay. Everyone, we're going to go overtime a little bit because it was a surprise that Kirk is here, and we're very, very thankful that he joined us.
And I'm a little verbose.
Surprise. So, is there a city you have? This is from Christine Teeny Tiny. Christine Robinson? Is there a city you have yet to visit that you would love to see? And is there a person you would love to still meet, either WLS or non-WLS?
Well, right now New Hampshire is my goal city.
What's happening there?
Well, that's where my boyfriend moved. He took a job in New Hampshire 6 weeks ago,
From
a month ago.
San Diego to New Hampshire?
San Diego to New Hampshire, yeah.
Wow.
So that sucks. And so I'm just getting ready to go there in a couple weeks. Yeah.
You're by now.
Huh?
You're by.
Yeah.
You're by coastal.
Hopefully.
By coastal.
We'll see how that works. But so yeah, that's I know that's not a city. I don't even know the name of the city where he's moving to. Some like small place I've never heard of.
Is New Hampshire a city or is that a state?
I think it's a state. Who knew, right?
Right.
I didn't.
I don't know.
Is there a person that I would like to meet weight loss surgery wise that I haven't?
Or non-WLS. Either way.
Well, I mean, the president. Well, the president now. I don't know about who's going to be the president next. I don't know. I'll have to think on that. If I can think of anything, I'll pop in with it.
Okay. Very good. This is kind of part of her question as well, but Gracie also asked something relatively similar. Is there a non-weight related goal that you're working toward, or what is your big summer goal for 2016?
Well, and I thought about this during Sarah Waffle's presentation, and this isn't a summer goal. I mean, the summer goal is to get a handle on it, but I have a lot of debt, particularly to the IRS, that I want to deal with and get taken care of. So that's really my big goal that's non-WLS, is getting together a plan on that and whittling it down.
Right on.
I know what that feels like.
It doesn't feel good.
It doesn't. I'm like ready to go on a street corner somewhere and just be
I
like,
know.
hey. It's like,
Sucks.
all right. So did we?
We have one more on that sheet.
Is it from Bran?
Yeah, from Bran.
All right. So Bran VSG Story wants to know, how did you get started with your current career? And if you could do anything else, what would it be? What are the top 3 topics you would cover when starting therapy for the first time? And when are you coming to Dallas?
What?
It's a very diverse.
That's a lot. Wait.
Yeah. So
Let's
we'll
go
do one at a time.
time.
So how'd you get started in your current career?
Yeah, Elizabeth,
basically.
will you expand on what? Will you tell people what it is, what you do?
Yeah,
because
sure.
people ask me all the time, and I'm like, so.
Yeah. So basically, I'm a consultant for nonprofit organizations. I mainly around fundraising and marketing, but it ends up that I tend to work for really small grassroots organizations, and I sort of end up doing everything program related, financial, administrative, fundraising, and marketing. Fundraising was my first career in nonprofits. I really fell into it. I went to, and I don't even know why they hired me, but I was looking to get a job at a university because I wanted to go to school for cheap. And I interviewed for a position in fundraising. Oh my God, somebody is like cooking steaks outside and it smells so good. I haven't eaten in 2 days because I've been sick and I want to go steal their food. Anyway. So I interviewed for a job at USC. It happened to be for fundraising for the School of Engineering. I don't know why they hired me because I remember leaving that interview thinking, USC charges like $900 a unit. Why do they need fundraising? I mean, I understood nothing about it, but so they hired me for that and I fell into that career. And I just really love it because it's a career where you get to be in the know about everything, like all the big picture stuff, and it uses a lot of different skills. Planning, writing, verbal communication, events. So it's always kind of kept me engaged. So I just fell into it.
Nice.
So what's part 2?
It probably makes you feel good, too. I mean, I would imagine it's a rewarding career.
I mean, it's better than making widgets, for sure.
Yeah. And then if you could do anything else, what would it be?
Probably I would want to be a psychoanalyst.
Ugh, why would you want to take on that?
I think people's stories are so interesting, except I don't know, my therapist, I mean, I went through psychoanalysis. My therapist is actually an analyst, and we've talked a little bit about if people are your patients and they're really like annoying and boring, how that would be really hard, and that would probably be hard for me too. Yeah,
because like I wouldn't be able to like
be like non-committal.
I would need a lot more Botox than what I'm currently getting. But sometimes I have I was interviewing a bunch of people, like right before WLSFA, I was job interviewing people on a panel. And people could tell within minutes whether I was interested in somebody or not. They're like, because I'm just kind of like, okay, so after 10 minutes, so do you have any questions for us? It's like, we have 10 more questions to go. Do you have any more questions for us?
Yeah, and probably realistic. Oh, I also want to be a country singer.
Yes, you did.
All right, well, why not?
Because I can't sing, but other than
that.
No,
but that's okay. That's what auto-tune is for. Okay, so what are the 3 topics you should cover when starting therapy for the first time? Speaking of psychoanalysis.
The 3 topics you should cover.
Probably like what?
I guess what you think is wrong with you, why you think it's wrong with you, and then shut up and listen to what they have to say. I don't know. Yeah. Because oftentimes, I know for me, what I thought was wrong wasn't actually what was really wrong, and that's where I really like psychoanalysis, where you go 4 days a week, which most people can't, do. I was lucky to be able to do it for a year, but that's where you can really get beyond like my thing in therapy, which generally, if I would go once a week, it would be to like entertain the person.
Yeah.
So that doesn't really do that much.
What would you say to like folks though that are like looking for a therapist, and like there are so many different modalities and different types. So clearly psychoanalysis, you've said, was what was probably the one that worked best for you, but not everybody can do 4 days a week for a year. Right. But like some people, it's talk therapy. Some people, it's very like, don't care what happened to you in the past. Tell me about what's happening now. Like, what do you think as far as like weight loss surgery goes?
I mean, I would think that there would probably be 2 different things to look at. One is somebody who has experience with eating disorders who can help you get through that period where you get to in weight loss surgery where it's like, okay, I can't eat this stuff, but I'm emotionally reacting to things and I need to do something. So how do you move beyond trying to deal with your emotions with food or substances? So somebody who has experience in that, and then maybe it's just like behavior modification stuff, I would guess. But I honestly, and I know this isn't that helpful, but I don't think you can do much with therapy 1 time a week. I mean, I think you need to at least go twice a week. And I will throw out there, I can't remember who I was talking to about this, but somebody I was. Like, there are a lot of, in bigger cities, there are psychoanalytic institutes, and the people who are going to be psychoanalysts need to have case studies, and they're usually already therapists. I mean, they're MFCCs or something. Yeah. And so and that's what I did. I was somebody's case study for a year. So I went to 4 days a week therapy for like $80 a week.
So you were like, Liz, female, Caucasian, 32 years old. Gotcha.
Jane Doe.
Jane Doe. Very, very sexy. No, I would agree. I mean, once a week initially probably isn't enough. I think I've mentioned this in my videos or in on 50 Shades, that I think therapy is probably like one of the most underutilized tools in the post-WLS toolbox. Yeah. Because if you don't get to the why and have that ability to kind of press pause for a second, it's never going to get better, ever. Yeah. Like, it's a big deal. And there's no shame in that. I mean, if you were diabetic, you would go get treatment. If you had cancer, you would go get treatment, right? I mean, it's like, it's just whatever.
I would have never gotten to the point to even have weight loss surgery if I hadn't done the therapy that I did, because I didn't think I deserved it.
And so her third part of her question, or fourth, or maybe it was the sixth part, I don't remember, is when
Brandy.
I know. When will you visit, or when are you coming to Dallas?
When am I don't know. I love Dallas. I used to live in Irving, but it's not on the list right now because there's all these meet and greets. There's all these. I have multiple weddings this year. My brother's getting married in South America.
Oh, nice.
And I'm hoping to go to New Hampshire every month for a week, so I don't know that it's going to be soon.
Yeah, that would be a little rough. I love Texas. I love how tight people wear their jeans there and how polite they are.
Yes.
That's my 2 cents. Patty, your thoughts about Dallas?
I love Dallas. My whole family is from all over Texas, and that's my playing. And my dad, he's from Texas. So.
Does your hair get really, really big when you go there?
It does. My hair used to be really big. I'm totally a Texas debutante at heart.
Really? Because you really follow the motto, right? The higher the hair, the closer to God.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, you guys, I have to share this with you. So, I've often said that, I give my phone number out on YouTube and I don't get any dick pictures, which is really kind of funny because I thought I would. So I got one from Christian Haney.
Oh, of course.
Can you guys see this? It's her dogs.
Oh. Okay. For the record, Patty, that wasn't me who did that.
I told her.
For the record.
To keep it PG-13 because my 80-year-old mom watches the show.
Jesus.
You're so respectful, Kirk. I appreciate it.
Well, I forgot that your mom was probably watching it. I'm sorry. Sorry. She's Mom.
She's laughing herself right now. I guarantee it.
Okay, can I go through these I know there's lots of Facebook. I'm getting lots of Facebook messages, but I can't go back and forth to those, so I'll answer those privately afterwards. Okay. But let me go really quickly through these Q&A ones that are on here. Well, Patty has a video on this, so this next question, it says, can you explain a little bit about the plastic surgery you don't have a video on this, but can you explain just a little bit of plastic surgery after weight loss that's done on the pubic region? So I can't. I don't know anything about that. We can ask Dr. Katzen about that on another show.
Well, Tanya VSG talks about it a few times. If you go back to her videos post weight loss surgery, she talks about the private region.
Go look at Tanya VSG 2011 videos. Yeah. Scott Gingras, who I don't know who that is, says, Patty, you can have a slumber party at my place. That is, but...
Is that like Netflix and chill? I don't know. Wait, tell him, does he not realize I come with her?
I do too, yeah. He doesn't go anywhere without
right. Well, yeah, that's right. Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Okay. Stop. Indira VSG asks, have you felt that people treat you differently before and after weight loss? Hell yeah. I just noticed it the other day on Friday. I think I posted on Facebook about it. I took my mom's car to get it detailed, and then I went to this Mexican restaurant to have a margarita while I was waiting for it to get cleaned. Both the people at the car wash and the waiters at the Mexican restaurant are so much nicer to me and more accommodating now than they used to be. I'm not sure why that is. It may have something to do with me not weighing 400 pounds.
Well, perhaps. But I think a lot of people, even as a guy, I've noticed it. Like when I started shopping, going back into the normal stores like Macy's and Old Navy, like the clerks or the people folding clothes never before would ever help me or make eye contact or whatever. And now it's kind of like all of a sudden it's like, hey, would you like to try this? Or hey, or I can actually feel comfortable enough saying, well, what do you think about? Does this look okay on me? And I'm more open because they're more open. But I think that's just speaks to our society, and you do get treated differently.
People I know don't treat me differently.
No, yeah.
No, but I'm just talking about like strangers.
But, doors getting held, elevators getting held, people not cussing you out for sitting next to them on a plane.
I'll never forget that.
Yeah.
Yeah, me either.
It's the truth. It is one of the kind of benefits is that you don't have to spend any emotional energy worrying about what people think of you.
Yeah, that's a huge benefit.
And I am more open and more engaging and more flirty and talky with people now than I ever was before too. So I'm sure that's part of it too. Okay, Mama Mia says, okay, she's going to every meet and greet now. She's on the white wine watch.
Oh, gosh.
Indira VSG asked, do you have advice for people who didn't reach goal in the 1 year after weight loss surgery? I didn't reach goal in the 2 years after weight loss surgery. It's just like, keep trying and keep doing the things that you need to do. And I know for me, it's a conscious decision. I know what I need to do to get there, and I haven't done it. And that's up to me. So yeah, just don't give up and keep doing it. And you can still, some people say, and there is, a honeymoon period where it's really easy, but you can still do it however far out you are from weight loss surgery if you do what you're supposed to do.
Can I just share a comment with you from Dennis for you? It's for Liz.
Yeah.
He just wanted you to know that you're such a beautiful person inside and out, and you're an inspiration.
Oh, thank you, Dennis.
That to me too. Thanks, Dennis.
Aw. And then one last question on here from VSG Brit Brat. She says, did you find you were more successful with losing weight when you allowed little cheats or when you were super strict? I tend to allow little cheats, and I'm wondering if they will hurt my progress long term or not. My experience when I was losing weight, hardcore in the beginning was, yes, allowing little cheats, I think, kept my body guessing a little bit.
I agree.
And so it kept my weight loss really, I thought, like, higher and more consistent than other people who are being super strict, because it just keeps your body guessing about what's going on.
I totally agree with you. I was one of those people that did not have the 3-week stall or the 4-week stall or the 6-week stall or the 8-week stall.
I had no stalls.
I would switch it up. Would switch it up, and I thought, I'm keeping my body constantly, and it wasn't cheating. It may have just been like an extra protein bar, or it may have, but from a caloric standpoint, I was always kind of mixing it up just a little bit, and I just like, I'm not having those stalls, because I think my body, the metabolism just is kind of like, we don't know what's going to happen, so we're just going to keep working, so it's good. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
So did we get everything caught up?
I think we're all caught up on the Q&As, yeah.
We are. So, did you want to do any Watch What Happens Live, Kirk, or shall we go into the Inside the Actor Studio?
Well, I'm totally not prepared to do Plead the Fifth, because I'd really want to come up with...
What's that? Oh, that would be fun!
Yeah.
Oh, we need to add that.
You can totally steal that idea, because that would have been fantastic if I would have thought of 3 scandalous...
I love that idea. That would be so good.
Questions. But I think I can muster up on the fly a Mary Shag or kill
Oh, God.
scenario.
Oh, Lord.
So your choices.
Oh, Lord.
Let me think. Your
See,
choices
I wanted to
are,
do, this was one of the things I wanted to add to the Naked Truth when I first took over, but everybody thought it would be too controversial. But
Mary
I'm
Shag
game.
Kill?
But
Okay.
since
Yeah.
it's your idea, then you should do it.
Within the WL, Mary Shag Kill within the WLS community.
Well, here I'll make it very it'll be very not non-committal because I'm gonna make it all ladies.
No?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that way, you know.
Yeah.
So of course, Mary Shag Kill. So my top, of course, immediately in that mix is going to be Patti. And then I'm thinking Patti, Share Bear. Patti, who should be the third person? That
I
she
don't want to
has
kill
choose?
anybody. You're
I
saying
know, that's
my
why I'm
friend.
thinking this. I know. So, but who should be the third person? Amy. So yeah. So Amy, Share Bear, and Patti. Mary Shag or
This
Kill.
is not fair. No, I declined.
No, you can't. This isn't plead the fifth. You have to answer.
I'll take one for the team.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not going to kill you.
She has to do this, and here in.
Okay, well, here's the thing, because Sherry doesn't watch any videos. So
Okay.
I would probably marry Amy, shag Patti, kill Sherry.
Oh, Share Bear.
I'm sorry. Only because you don't watch videos, and Patti and Amy, you know.
Okay.
And I could intertwine either one of those, so don't anybody get offended on which I chose.
I don't think anybody would be offended. There's enough love to go around
There is.
for everyone, for sure. And
Uh-oh. No. I was like, uh-oh, Sherry just
yeah,
commented.
Sherry has to.
Just got a text from Sherry. No.
She's like, I'm bringing the U-Haul and taking my stuff out of your house right now.
But
All right. So that was
Okay.
So yeah, you can go on to the next thing. But thank you for being a good participant or a fun participant in that. And you can totally use that or use the
Plead the
plead the
fifth.
fifth.
that's it.
Plead the fifth might be dangerous. I don't know.
I will be your since I brought it up, I will be your guinea pig if you have to use it on somebody someday.
Oh,
Well, I don't know. I think, Phil was supposed to be our guest next week.
Hmm.
And he had to cancel, but he just texted me saying maybe we could pre-record. So I don't know. Maybe we'll start that out with Phil.
Feels much better live. Feels much better live.
don't even give him any.
There is some underlying shade going on right here that we're not even gonna open that door, people.
No, I think you should just keep it surprising for him, Elizabeth.
I think so too.
All right, let's get on to Inside Dr. Studio.
Okay, let's.
What is your favorite word?
Onomatopoeia. That just came to mind. I don't know.
What is that?
Yeah.
Onomatopoeia, it's like in poetry when a word sounds like what it means, like crash or...
To me, it sounds like peeing post plastics and I'm an onomatopoeia. When you went to Italy for your surgery, I don't know.
I thought it was like.
It was the first thing that came to mind. I should have actually looked at these and thought about it.
No, it's better when you don't. Keep going.
What is your least favorite word?
Poop.
All right. What turns you on?
I'm going like totally off the top of my mind.
Yeah.
Good. What turns you on creatively, spiritually, or emotionally?
Open and vulnerable people.
What turns you off?
I was going to say cynical people, but I'm like one of those people. Smelly people.
Smelly, like over perfumed, or
No, smelly like BO. Like
Oh.
BO, smelly.
What is your favorite curse word?
Fuck.
Okay. What sound or noise do you love?
See, I'm like so like over in love right now. I love the sound of my boyfriend's laugh.
Oh.
That's sweet. What sound or noise do you hate?
The sound of my dog scratching her ear and thumping against the floor because my downstairs neighbors really hate it.
Oh.
What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
Country singer.
Yeah.
And what profession would you not like to do?
I could never be like a teacher, particularly like a preschool teacher.
If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
You did it. You learned how to love and accept love. Because I think that's the whole reason we're here.
Very nice. That's awesome. Well, we have several people who sent messages for you, Liz, so get your box of tissue next to you.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Yeah. But so we'll start out pretty tame and then get into some of the others. And some of these, I'm not going to read all of them, but because there's a lot. So I will send them all to you. But Tanya just wanted to say that you did a fabulous job leading the panels at WSFA last week. And she did. She did an amazing job. She did that completely off the cuff.
As Patti knows, because I was so unprepared. Yeah. Thank you.
It was so effective. Pete Sleeve Rocker wants to thank you for your support and encouragement over the years and for being his virtual gym buddy.
I need to get back on that.
Becky.
On Pete? You're back on Pete? Oh, back at the gym.
Okay, I won't even tell. Well, we won't tell you what one of my countdown to Nashville goals was, but go ahead.
Yeah. Becky88 WLS RNY, she's from the UK, and she just wants to let you know that she has really enjoyed watching your videos, and she likes seeing people 2 years out, like us, having fun.
Yay.
And what the WLS life is like. Jennifer Bleacher sent you a beautiful message. I will send it to you. It's kind of long. This one, on the next ones, I'm going to say, I want you to guess who said that. Okay?
Oh, Lord. Okay.
All right. So, Liz, you truly are one of the most authentic and genuine people in my life. I marvel at your ability to risk your heart in so many ways. We have all had our bumps and bruises in life, and for many of us, we retreat inward. You use your life as a testimony of how to be stronger while not being hard and more courageous while being humble. You know how to love us all so well, and I am a better person since having you in my life. You encourage me daily to be a better person, and from the depths of my soul, I thank you.
I don't want to guess because...
I think you'll guess.
No, I don't want to guess because if I'm wrong and somebody's writing something so heartfelt, I don't want to guess.
Okay, that's from Kim Stephanopoulos.
Aw, see, I wouldn't even have guessed her because she doesn't do videos. See, that's what I mean. Aw, Kim. I love you, Kim.
Okay, so since you're not going to guess, I'll tell you the next one. Thank you for taking the time to ask me personally. Sorry, hang on. A couple of things for Liz. Thank you for believing in me as a newbie when you asked me to be a guest on The Naked Truth, because you said you normally don't have newbies as guests. Also, thank you for being a good friend and checking in on me outside of YouTube and Facebook. I enjoy our long distance texts, and they mean a lot to me. I know who
that is. Scotty.
Yeah. From Gretchen VSG for me. It's taken me longer than I thought to put words together in order to adequately express how Liz has impacted my weight loss journey. Elizabeth, Finding Elizabeth, was one of the first people I found on YouTube. Immediately I felt, now this is a real person. I watched Liz's videos while I was pre-op and newly post-op and have followed her ever since. Then I got to meet her, and I anxiously waited in the lobby of our hotel in Chicago. I was genuinely nervous. Would she like me? Was she the same person as this woman I became friends with over the internet? It felt a little like a blind date. It wasn't long before she arrived. I bounded across the lobby towards this person I'd come to know. It's really her. Liz has become a close friend of mine in the community, and luckily doesn't seem to mind the difference when I forget we're 3 hours apart and I text her in the wee hours of her morning. I'm lucky to call Liz a friend, and we're all lucky to have such a strong, witty, honest, gorgeous broad in our community. To my favorite bad influence, I love you.
Oh, I love you, Gretchen.
She didn't mention the part where after she bounded across the lobby, Liz said, now drop and do a plank.
No, we did handstands, not in the lobby, but right afterwards. We did.
And here's a little poem from you from Jody VSG. I know sometimes you think I'm not good enough, and this road to recovery can be really tough. Let me tell you why I beg to disagree. There are so many things that you have inspired in me. You show me it's okay to feel the bad feelings. Help me struggle through the reality of pain. I've seen how someone can be so encouraging. Putting herself out there, it's support that she brings. Liz, you are one strong, skinny bitch. Yep, I said it. A strong, skinny bitch. I've seen your pictures, and they tell no lies. You have no right to argue with those little eyes. I've seen you play, and I've seen you work out. I've seen you talk and give all your shout-outs. You're amazing, I tell you. The crowds all agree. You are very special and important to me. I love you, girl. Keep going strong. 1 week without you is 1 week too long. And that's from
I love you too. And Jody's videos too. I didn't mention her, or Scotty's, or Gretchen. So those are other people that I watch that you guys need to watch.
So I have a whole bunch here.
Yeah. This made me cry, and I will go back and watch this video again for sure.
Yeah. So sorry if I didn't get to everyone's. It's only because there's a lot, and I have to kind of pick and choose. But I just want to thank you, Elizabeth, for being so open and honest tonight. And Kirk, thanks. This was kind of a last-minute surprise thing.
Kind of, yeah, conspired.
Yeah, and I was doing, just come on live, and he's like, all right, all right. So
I'm like, are you sure? Is she ready?
I know. Well, I want to thank you guys both for doing this, and Kirk, really, for what you said. That I needed to hear that. So.
You know, I'm full of that. I'm always.
I know you are.
I don't know why it happens. It just does. But I felt like you needed to hear that.
I did.
In a very public way, so that now you'll be accountable.
Exactly.
And now everyone will know that I'm not a total bitch if I throw a glass of white wine in your face in the OC.
We're gonna don you the real OG of OC while you're here.
That's right.
We're gonna have a nickname him Vicky.
I'll have to switch.
Or do you prefer Gretchen?
That's another Sophie's choice. Don't make me do that.
I think Gretchen. No?
Gretchen's too nice. She won't throw the wine at you.
No, that's true. But she's hotter.
She is. She is.
Okay, so I think we may, I don't know what we're going to do for next week's show. So Fat King's Phil was supposed to be the guest. He has plans next Sunday. We may try to figure out if we can record it in advance. So I'll figure that out in the next day or so.
Wait, are you a guest or a host next week? I'm so confused.
Well, we have guests and guest hosts. So James Haney is our host, and then Phil is supposed to be the guest.
Isn't he great? By the way, he and his wife.
Awesome.
Yeah.
He's hysterical.
He's my Jack in the Box soul brother.
Well, I'm like really upset that nobody got me a Jack in the Box taco while we were there.
Right? I mean, he would have too.
Gooch bought out their whole menu, and he couldn't get me a taco.
Liz, breaking news, everyone. Liz wants a taco.
I want a taco.
Shocker. Shocker.
Anyway.
Cher Bear still has a chance. She ain't dead yet. She's not dead yet.
Okay, well, I really want to thank everybody for hanging with us. For an hour and a half, we still have 30 live viewers, which is normally more than we have during the whole show. So it's awesome. And we will see you guys next week with somebody at some point. All right?
Thanks,
guys.
Bye, guys.